What's up guys, in this video I'm going to talk to you about the muscles that make up the core, why it's important to work them all, how to work them, and how to get a better functioning and stronger core. After watching this video, if you find it useful, then why not check out the rest of my channel and consider subscribing, as I am planning to release new content consistently where I will share my knowledge of the past 15 plus years that I've spent as a personal trainer and as a fitness leader working in the fitness industry. So let's get back to the core. I'm going to break this down into inner unit and outer unit muscles. The role of the inner unit muscles is generally to stabilize the spine and the pelvis during movement or when force or load is placed on the body. These muscles consist of transverse abdominis or TVA, multifidus, the diaphragm, and the pelvic floor muscles. Inner unit muscles often get neglected, but remember, you're only as strong as your weakest link. A poorly functioning inner unit can and often will lead to injuries. Two good exercises for the inner unit are the horse stance and this great lower ab stroke transverse abdominis drill. Lie with your back down on a mat, feet flat on the floor. Take a deep breath in. Imagine the air coming in, stomach fills up with air. Breathe out, draw the belly button in and hold and continue to breathe normally. One hand under the lower back. The aim of this is to keep the belly button drawn in the whole time with a little bit of pressure down on the hand under the back. Three main options with this one. One is to keep both feet flat down on the floor and concentrate on belly button in, pressure down. The second option is to keep one foot down, extend the other leg and alternate legs. Or the third option is to have both feet up. Remember though, the main aim is to keep the belly button in and pressure down on the hand. So if you lose one of those, then go to a less complicated version. The whole point of this exercise is to get the brain activating the right areas, i.e. the transverse abdominis and the lower abs. So this exercise is more subtle and more about the coordination. The ideal scenario with the horse stance is to use a bar on the back. The bar is used for two reasons. One is to give you feedback when there is too much movement through the spine. So the more you move, the more the bar is likely to roll off. The second reason is to give you feedback when you come out of neutral spine. Neutral spine would be base of the spine in contact with the bar, have a curve in your lumbar spine, so the lower back would be away from the bar, in between the shoulder blades in contact with the bar, and also the head. If you come out of neutral spine, then again the bar is more likely to roll off. Start with the hands under the shoulders, knees under hips, draw the belly button in, activating the TVA, shoulders back, extend one arm, thumb turned up, and at the same time extend the opposite leg. Hold for 10 or 15 seconds. Come down, making sure to place the hand under the shoulder, knee under hip, and then repeat on the other side. The horse stance is a great exercise because it integrates both inner unit and outer unit of the core. The inner unit is stabilizing the spine and holding the pelvis in position whilst the limbs move. With the extension of the opposite arm and leg, the obliques, normally responsible for the rotational movement, in this case will be responsible for limiting the rotation of the spine and the pelvis. Both these inner unit exercises are meant to be done with control, and the aim is to work up to 3 minutes total time under tension. That can be broken down into 3 sets of 1 minute, 4 sets of 45, etc, etc. However you want to do it, as long as you keep the rest time down to below 1 minute. When people tend to think of the core, they tend to think of the outer unit muscles. The outer unit muscles are larger muscles and generally designed to help move the body. Abs, internal and external obliques, erector spinae. The outer unit can also extend up into the muscles of the shoulder girdle and down into the muscles around the pelvis. However, when we look at the plank and the side plank, we'll see that it's an isometric contraction of the muscles. The abs, the obliques, are working to hold the body in position, as well as the muscles that extend beyond the core around the pelvis, quads, hip flexors, glutes, and up into the shoulder girdle, traps, rhomboids, and the pec minor. If we look at the rectus abdominis, the main action with this is spinal flexion, and we can break it down into upper and lower abs. Upper abs would be any of your crunching type movements. The lower ab exercises is where the pelvis comes closer to the rib cage. This would be the posterior tilt of the pelvis, like jackknives on the stability ball, or reverse crunches, or any knee raise or leg raise type movement. The obliques are responsible for rotational movements and lateral flexion of the spine. This twisting plank is a good exercise because it incorporates the rotation, and if you hold the movement at the top, you're also effectively doing a side plank where the obliques will be working to limit that lateral flexion of the spine. So you get a slight isometric contraction. Also things like side crunches on the Bosu ball, or this variation of a side plank. You may have seen one of my other videos on what I described as the best ab exercise. This is a different version of it. In that video, we use the ab wheel. With this, we're going to use the stability ball. It's a good exercise because the lever length is constantly changing and the abs are working hard isometrically to hold the position of the torso whilst the limbs move and the ball moves. This is a good one for the muscles around the pelvis, so it's extending out of the core into the glutes and the hamstrings. Using the stability ball again, it combines knee flexion with hip extension. Also with the stability ball, it creates the instability, which means more muscles will be working to stabilize and control the movement. This is one of my favorite exercises as it will help to improve posture, and I have done a number of videos on this, so please check those out. With this version of the exercise, we're using the stability ball and allowing the extension through the lumbar spine, which will work the erector spinae. Also, you can focus on the retraction of the shoulder girdle. So mid-traps and rhomboids will be working to produce this movement. So remember, core exercises are a lot more than just crunches or sit-ups. Try and use a variety of exercises like the ones I've shown you in this video to work the core and the different areas of the core, both inner unit and outer unit. I have done a video on how to plan a workout, and this will give you more idea on how to use reps and sets depending on what your goals are and what your main objective is, whether you're looking to strengthen up, tone up, or build muscle. So make sure you're including plenty of different exercises in your core routines. As always, please listen to your body. Make sure you're not overtraining. Don't neglect the recovery aspect of training. Once again, thanks for watching. Please check out my other videos. If you did like this video, then please like and consider subscribing, and possibly go one better. By clicking on the bell, you can be notified early of any new content that I release. Thanks again, guys, and I will see you on the next one.